Good morning, good morning, good morning. And turn that light down, that's far too bright for this time of night. Oh, just keeping the lights on. Oh, early start, early morning up with the lark. I think it's time to go and buy some more merch from Celtic. Woofed! 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 What has Celtic done? What have they done? Oops, I've done it again. Oops, we've done it again, says Celtic. Yep, it's every week. Boop, boop. As every single week for the last 3 weeks, Celtic have brought out some brand new merchandise for the fans. Every week, the last 3 weeks. Unbelievable. A pre-game shirt. A pre-game shirt. It's a shirt you watch, you wear before. Oh my god, man, oh madre mia, as we say. That's absolutely bonkers, isn't it? It is bonkers. It's Celtic all over, isn't it? Anyway, God, I'm going to cry with laughter. I'm sorry, but Celtic are just ripping the piss, aren't they? They are. There's no other way you could put it. There's no other way you can put it. It's completely ripping the piss. I suppose they've got to pay for all this stuff somehow, but Jesus. You wear it on the warm-up, says Kaiser. Mikey boys after Cork on the road again. Yeah, there's quite a few people I know that are off to Cork this morning. Anyway, let's get into the big Celtic news of the day. There's loads of Celtic news kicking around today. Obviously, the big one's the defender. Justin de Haas. I want Celtic to sign him just for his name, because I think that the Green Brigade would love that. Start the game. Justin the House. Justin in the house. Bit of techno on that. That'll right get the fans going. Is that too much for a Monday morning? Is that far too much for a Monday morning? Nah. Oh, brilliant. Anyway, morning Scenario is coming in from North London. Right, and the defender in question. Let's get the light set up right, because that was far too bright and warm. Justin, the defender. There's loads of Celtic news. He is a player that his valuation once again has rocketed in the last year or so. And he's a left-sided defender. The stats that I'm watching on him are actually pretty good. The stats that I'm looking at him are pretty good. So it'll be an interesting one to see. And then there's also Michelangelo Bilwishka. That looks as if it's going to go through. Gustav Lagerbielke. It looks like he might be on his way to Braga. Looks like that deal's going to go through. It's just all go this week, isn't it? It looks like Brendan's trying to get everything done and dusted before we head to Portugal. Anyway, back to Justin de Haas. Justin de Haas. He was born in January 2000. He's Dutch. Big Dutch defender. We've done not too bad the last time we got a big Dutch defender in. Just saying. His contract runs out on the 30th of June next year, leaving him 12 months on his contract, leaving him 1 year on his contract. And that's rich picking grounds for Celtic. Valuation rocket, and we'll not be buying him. Do you think so? He's only went up 3 million in the last year. It's the price that Kaiser knows it. At 6'5", 6'4", or whatever he is, 6'4" inches. He's the type of player that we need at the back. He's a left-sided player. He's done not too bad. And it's one to watch. It's another one to watch. It looks like Celtic are going to get a lot of business done this week. So we'll keep an eye on that one, because I think that's one that may actually happen, especially with Rocky leaving the building. Stephen Welsh will leave the building, and I think that Liam Scales and Austin Trusty one of them's going to be on a sugary peg. One of their jackets is on a sugary peg, as they say. It could be the fact that we're just considering him, but we'll wait and see. Anyway, in other Celtic news, it said that Celtic are in the race for a Napoli young player. Now, I said last night on the live, watch the way that Celtic are going transfer policy wise, because it looks like we're trying to emulate a lot of European clubs in our transfer policy now, bringing players for the first team, also bringing players that are going to give you that consistent conveyor belt of players coming through into the first team to be sold on. There's a lot of teams in Europe that do it fantastically well. They buy up a lot of younger players, known that they're going to sell the player on. Is they've got one thing in mind, and that's just developing the player to sell them on. We all know that Celtic are a club that do that, but it's about taking it to the next level, and I think that it's coming to fruition. I mean, I did say that, but it's going to be interesting. Anyway, Bałtyka, Antwerp have seemingly slashed the asking price for Bałtyka for Celtic to get the deal done, with Kuhn having had his medical confirmed. He's booking his... I need to go back. We need to talk about this merch. 85 quid. 85 euros for a long sleeve tap. What the fucking Christ, man. Oh no, come on, Celtic. What are you thinking? I need to show you this. The pre-warm-up top at 85 euros. Let's get this on the screen, because Celtic have just... they've lost the plot. I think they're in danger of losing the... Never mind Brendan Rodgers losing the dressing room. Celtic are going to lose the fan base. I mean, look at this. 85... Oh, Jesus. Oh, look at it. Who's paying 85 euros, 86 euros for that? Is anyone? Anyone? In the comments? That's just bonkers, isn't it? The missus likes it, so she might buy the younger one, the shorter top. Buy all the tops priced of a centre back. It's a jockey top. Every club is doing it now, Baz. Yeah, Brown Warrior, they are. Good business. Just built a brand new training facility and need to fill it with potential talent to sell on and bring up to the first team. Yeah, they do. Youngsters will buy it. It stands out. Looks like a bad day at paintball. No. Not a chance. Not a chance. It's a jammy top. Maybe they're chasing the pink pound. Open the club, open to all. And is it the? I don't know if it's the type of top. Could it grow on you? I don't know. I'm not paying £85. I'm not paying 85 euros, 86 euros for a long sleeve top that looks like something I'd wear to bed. And I can't see me rocking down the street wearing that. Maybe the short sleeve one, but definitely not the long one. Anyway, give me your thoughts in the comment section if you're watching this back. What you think of the new, what are they calling it? Festival inspired. So that's it. We've all got to festivals wearing football taps. Said no one ever. It's a pre-match jersey on sale now. The starting price is €60 for the short-sleeved one. 38 for a junior. 38 quid for a kid's tap. Jesus. €60. And then for the long-sleeve one, €85. Unbelievable. It's I'm truly lost for words this morning with that top, and I can't even find what screen on it. It's absolutely barking. Don't fall asleep on the subway. Looks like colours I've run in the washing machine. No chance. Can't you see me wearing this bottle? That's not what I would call it. What the fuck? That's hurt my eyes. Not for me. This is terrible. Is it a bird stop? Banksy. Oh man, it is an unbelievable way to start a Monday morning. Made for £2 in Bangladesh. That's not even funny, because there's more than likely it was. Still better than anything else they've got. Yeah, it is, but come on. It's looks like it was at top of the 60s where it's been tie-dyed. It's an acid top. It is, isn't it? It brings me back to the late 80s, the old acid house days. It's something that I would have wore then, talking about 89, 1990. I would have wore it back then, when I was into that kind of stuff, a long time ago. And gladly those days have passed, and we've all matured and grown, apart from someone in the Celtic department. Should be sponsored by Mario Paint. I don't know about Mario Paint, but it's definitely Mario Kart all the way to the bank with the bags of cash that Celtic are carrying. Anyway, let's jump back into you get your pre-match orders. I'm not getting pre-match orders for nothing, mate. Anyway. Celtic have been linked with Royal Antwerp winger for some time now. Balwishka could be on the move to Celtic as they look to replace Nico Kuhn. Nico Kuhn's medical has been confirmed. It looks like he will be leaving the club officially this week. And it does look like Brendan Rodgers is trying to get in as many players as he can before the club travel to Portugal. For a couple of closed-door games. He will want everyone in place before the team leaves. We obviously have a game tomorrow night. The team will be in at Celtic Park now. The players will be getting ready for their training session now, because the training session will start at just after 9. So the players will be starting to arrive at Celtic Park. Brendan Rodgers, he's always in there early. He'll be evaluating what business is to be done today. He'll probably have been on the phone already to Chris Mackay and Nicholson, saying, right, what's happening? I want the players in. You've got until this weekend, until we travel to Portugal. And I think that this is the reason that Celtic will want to get as much business done as possible, because it then gives Brendan Rodgers 2 games in Portugal, the Newcastle United game and the Ajax game. It gives them 4 games to get players up to speed with the Celtic ethos and the Celtic way of playing, and it sorts them out. Brendan Rodgers has always been a big advocate of getting the players in, getting a good pre-season with them. This is the most important week of the transfer window for Celtic, for getting the players in that Brendan Rodgers wants. And it's also going to be the week where Brendan will turn around and say to players, sorry, you're not coming to Portugal with us, you're not going to be in and around the first team this season. Doesn't mean you're going to be around it next season, so we're going to put you out on loan. So you'll get a lot of business happening this week, I think, personally. Because after that, I mean, the time you get back to the 19th of July, I mean, could Brendan Rodgers take some of the players that could go out on loan to Portugal, see how they do? I don't think so. It would be a waste. You get all the new players in. Get all the new players in, get them bedded in, as Brendan likes to say. Get them bedded in. And pavement pizza, that's what it looks like. Did say we'd have players in before pre-season. Pre-season started, Lanky, last week. You got 3 in before pre-season, and they're not all first-team players. You only got 2 first-team players in before pre-season. Anyway, don't design tops with Pride Month, lol. They should have launched it last week, hadn't they? Really. I mean, if Celtic were going to launch it, they should have had it launched before all the Pride marches. Give it a few more weeks. Right, anyway, I'm going to take that down because it's I'm this that's even worse. Oh, where's the wiz? Let's get that up, because that's what we're aiming for. That's what we're aiming for, is to be champions again, right? So Celtic take on Cork tomorrow night. Celtic travel to Ireland today. There's obviously lots to talk about. Lots of players that could be leaving Celtic, and we have to talk about them because it's an important day for one of the, or in fact it's not one, it is the most decorated Celtic player of all time. Yes, Jamesy Forrest. Jamesy Forrest, who's amassed 26 medals, 13 league titles, 8 Scottish Cups, 5 League Cups, making him the most decorated player in Celtic history, turns 34. Happy birthday, Jamesy. Happy birthday, James Forrest. 34. God, I can remember when I was 34. I was having a midlife crisis. I went AWOL at 34. Totally AWOL. Totally AWOL when I was 34. Jesus. Here's to James Forrest and being 34. James Forrest, a fantastic guy. And he's a player that when he goes into next season, can he score again next season? And just can he just keep on going? How long can James Forrest go for? The wee lad for Prestwick, he's just a machine. He's just a machine when it comes to Celtic, isn't it? I mean, people talk about Dyson Maida and being the Duracell bunny. I think that James Forrest is a player that, even though I'm just reading some of those comments. Can he go 2 more seasons at 34-year-old? He'll obviously slow down a bit. And will Brendan Rodgers change his position when he's slowing down? It's not James's style to change position. I can't see him falling back. Like Scott Brown did, was cement himself in that centre midfield role. I don't see Jamesy Forrest going into a sort of left back defence or a right back defensive position. It's just not him. It'll be interesting. I mean, he's not going to get another contract with Celtic, but it'll be interesting. I think this will be his last season. I don't think it's going to be his last season. He's got his contracts for another couple of seasons yet. I think he'll see his contract, and then he will get a job in the backroom staff at Celtic. He's got to get a job in there. Is James the type of person that's going to go out and get a coaching job? Oh, by the way, breaking news, this could be his last season at Celtic because his contract expires next May. Wow. I thought we had longer. It just shows you how the seasons are flying in. This could be the last season that we see James Forrest on the park. That's quite emotional. That is quite emotional. I can remember when he came through all those years ago. This could be the final season that we see James Forrest. He has to score this season. He has to score. James Forrest, who was once valued back in 2020 at £8 million by Celtic. Now he's valued at £8 million. His current valuation is 500 grand. I don't think it matters, does it? I mean, what James Forrest has brought to Celtic over the years is just... There's not been another winger that has been as consistent as him. And it's actually quite sad to be thinking... anyone in their mid-30s on this channel is the young team. Can't see Jamesy going into coaching. No, I think that James will go down the route. Celtic will take him down the route. They'll take him under his wings and they'll give him some kind of... I hope they give him some kind of job within the academy, because having someone like James Forrest that has proven over the years that longevity at Celtic, when big name wingers come in, when big name wide players come into the club, you know, having that ability to outlast them, knowing that they'll get sold on, you know, it's not that people will come into the club and be sold on, but you're still there consistently doing it. And I mean, he's had a fantastic living from Celtic, a fantastic career. And I always go back to what Scott Brown said. And Scott Brown said many, many times after players left Celtic and went chasing the money down south and to other leagues, and they went into mediocre, you know, their career petered out. James Forrest finished. I want a treble this year for Jamesy. I want a treble this year for James Forrest. Yeah, that's my target. We were going to talk about that last night, but remember, Brendan Rodgers always uses this point of the season where he sits down with the players and they sit and talk about individual targets for players. Adam Ida, 25 goals. Dyson Maeda, 35 to 40 goals. The team, let's do the treble. Let's do the treble for Jamesy. Let's get James Forrest finishing his career with a treble. That's the battle cry. That's the battle cry for Celtic this season. For James Forrest to finish his last ever season at Celtic with a treble in his hand. The most decorated Celtic player of all time. That's the target. And to Champions League, get into this Champions League, and let's see what we can do. And let's get the wee lad going out with his head and chest pumped right out, and that's the target. It is fucking brilliant. That's it. That's me. Got my targets for the season. James Forrest. You think about when he came into Celtic all those years ago. It's just, what a career. I mean, back in 2008, he was in the under-20s. In 2010, he breaks into the Celtic first team. Unbelievable. Oh man, so emotional. Anyway, right, Celtic transfer news. Justin De Haas amongst the best defenders in Portugal in key areas. Where's that other report? There is talk about us going for a younger Italian Napoli player as a striker. But where does he fit into the team? Do Celtic see him as seriously being a first choice striker? We seem to be getting... don't know about that one. Not too sure about that one. What's this notification I've just been sent? Yep. Sky News is now breaking the story as well. Celtic have made an inquiry for Rapid Vienna winger Isaac Janssen. It's understood the Australian club would be looking in the region of 10 million. Whoa, wait a minute. This is the guy that Celtic are hoping to replace Nico Kuhn. Sky Sports are reporting that the 23-year-old could cost in the region of £10 million. Are Celtic about to spend big? Oof. Celtic have made an inquiry, says Sky Sports News. So that's obviously the one that we spoke about yesterday. I'm telling you, Celtic are going to make moves this week. I expect it to be a busy week for Celtic. Where's that other story? I mean, you could have him coming in. You could have Justin De Haas. Justin De Haas. What a tune. Maybe Michelangelo Washka, he could be in the door also, and there could be a lot of people leaving. God, anyway, what an absolutely fantastic week it's going to be. And a game tomorrow night. Yes, there is going to be that little game tomorrow night that we're all looking forward to. And what do you think about the new merch? If he costs 10 million, it won't be at Celtic. Not at that price. Why not? So we get 17 million for Kuhn and some bulk for 10 million for other teams' wingers. I know, Monty, it's hilarious, isn't it? Yet we play 9 million for Adam Ida and 11 million for... I told you last season. I said don't be surprised if Celtic start hitting the £10 million market consistently for players. Utter shite. Utter shite. Somebody's trying to phone me. I don't know who you are. Incoming call. You can just need to wait. I'm live on YouTube. Fans already moaning. Yeah, I'm moaning about who leaked the story to Sky. Sky are usually spot on. Well, it's a story that I ran with yesterday. If you go back the video yesterday, it's the player that I spoke about yesterday. I never broke the story, and not a chance. Get Conte from Liverpool. If only. Anyway, right, it's just a quick one this morning. I do expect to be back on this afternoon, but as too early, get that off the screen. Oh man, it is bonkers, isn't it? Anyway, right, I should be back on later on this afternoon with an afternoon edition of the Celtic News, because I think it's going to be a busy old day when it comes to things happening Celtic wise. On that note, have an absolutely fantastic day, Celtic fans, wherever you are, all around the world.